In recent years, with the increasing interest in energy, environmental and safety issues, we contribute to development of environmentally friendly technologies and safe and secure societies as a technical specialist organization in the wire and cable field. JECTEC operates in a region rich in the natural environment near Lake Hamanako in the Myakuda Technopolis, in the northern part of Hamamatsu City in the western part of Shizuoka Prefecture. We have played a key role in research and development, education and training service, testing and certification, and technical service by flexibly developing our business as the times change. In the research and development business, we promote the research and development on themes that capture social needs, such as long-term reliability and environmental technologies of wires and cables. In the education and training service business, we select themes that are attracted in the electric wire industry and hold various workshops and seminars. In the testing and certification business, we are registered under the relevant laws and conduct the conformity assessment for specified electrical appliances and certify the Japanese industrial standards products, fire and heat resistant wires, and unit cables as a third-party organization. In the technical service business, in response to customers' requests, we focus on wire and cable products and provide the evaluation tests related to the electrical, mechanical, and material properties, and the environmental resistance, including combustion tests of raw materials such as rubber, plastic materials, and construction-related materials such as cable through-hole sealing materials. For major tests, we are accredited as a testing laboratory by the Japan Accreditation Board. The ILAC MRA mark, which is a proof that the test results are internationally recognized, is indicated on the test reports issued by JECTEC. Once a fire occurs in a crowded building, this may lead to catastrophic deaths. In recent years, the fire resistance standards have been set for emergency wires to minimize damage by fire. JECTEC conducts the certification of fire-resistant and heat-resistant wires as a certification body registered by the Fire and Disaster Management Agency of the Japanese government. In addition, we conduct various combustion tests that comply with Japanese, European, and American standards. Furthermore, we evaluate the flame resistance of home appliances, electronic devices, and furniture, etc., using large and medium-scale fire testing enclosures. The combustion tests conducted by JECTEC are classified into fire and heat resistance, flame propagation, heat release, smoke generation, and gases evolved during material combustion. Let's look at each test. In Europe, high fire-preventing security performance is required for equipment and materials used in railway vehicles. Furthermore, when such materials are exported, it is required to use the materials that comply with European standards. JECTEC has established a one-stop system for a series of tests required by European standards. JECTEC's test data have been validated by participating in an interlaboratory comparison program hosted by Certifier, a certification organization in France for the fire protecting tests for European railways. In addition, for building materials, the Construction Products Regulation, CPR, has been enforced in Europe, and the products sold in Europe are required to declare conformity using the CE mark. For the CPR tests, JECTEC conducts evaluation tests and issues test reports for construction cables for Europe as an external laboratory of the VDE Institute, a certification body in Germany. Wire tests and evaluations cover a wide range, including electrical, mechanical, environmental resistance tests, and material evaluations. For PV cables, environmental resistance tests and mechanical tests that consider cable usage conditions are required in addition to general cable property tests. In the environmental resistance test, the product is exposed to conditions simulating the natural environment to which PV cables are exposed, and the deterioration status due to temperature, humidity, ultraviolet rays, and ozone, etc., is investigated. In the accelerated weathering test, ultraviolet light that is stronger than sunlight is irradiated to the sample using a xenon lamp to accelerate its deterioration. In the automotive industry, strict mechanical properties are required for electrical wiring and communication cables used inside vehicles. For EV, electric vehicle, and automotive cables, mechanical and electrical properties are evaluated. High shielding performance against external noise is required for automotive communication cables in order to reliably transmit the information even in a noisy in-vehicle environment. In the absorption clamp method test, the strength of electromagnetic waves that leak from the cable is measured to evaluate the shielding performance. Durability against heat generation when the current flows is also required for automotive wires. The DC current smoke emission test for automobiles evaluates the temperature rise and smoke emission when electric wires are energized. Due to the development of industrial technology and the demands of the welfare society, high levels of durability are required for the electric wires of the movable parts that make up industrial robots and life support robots. We introduce the tests of the cables used for such movable parts. To evaluate the cable used for the bending part, the bending test and torsion test are performed. Not only the bending resistance test of the cable at room temperature, but also the bending resistance evaluation can be performed from -40 to 80 degrees Celsius in a constant temperature bath. We conduct the torsion test to evaluate the torsional resistance of cables used in industrial robots and EV, electric vehicle, power supply cables. We conduct the lightning impulse test tracking resistance test, and water tree deterioration investigation as power cable evaluation tests. The number of cables that have been installed for 30 years or more has increased, and the needs for deterioration diagnosis and accident investigation have increased. JECTEC conducts tests and investigations based on our extensive experience in power cables. JECTEC offers a wide range of test services, including combustion tests, electrical, mechanical, environmental tests, and material evaluations. We will further continue to meet the needs of a wide variety of customers in and around the wire industry.